Well, I think whatever government you're talking about, I think the answer is yes and no. I think we do a good job in some areas, and I think we could really improve in others. The technology part, like very similar to what you're using today, we've used Twitter and Facebook, and we're using our website, and we try to do that. And I think every time we do something or propose something, we put on the website. But also, in the same sense, you know, I deal with the public every day, and I know so many people don't access the web, and they don't have technology. And that's probably the side that we've probably come up short on. Because I always tell people, most citizens don't feel comfortable coming to a public meeting where they have to stand in front of a podium under hot lights and know that everything they say is going to be live and then it's going to be replayed 3 or 4 times. Some people really want to come and give you ideas and suggestions and share their concerns about what's going on, and they like to do it in small groups. And it's something that's been an idea of mine for 3 or 4 years. And I've not, you know, for one reason or another, we've not gotten it done, and I've not gotten it done. But we wanted to put together some smaller listening groups where we actually invite people, smaller groups in non-hostile environments, and bring people in and give them some topics before they come in and say, you know, we want you to talk to us. We're not going to talk to you. We want you to tell us what some of your concerns are, where you see the community going, things we need to work on. And I think those non-threatening environments not only would be good public relations and you would hear from your citizens, but you'd be amazed at the ideas from the quality citizens we have that come from them. And, you know, in tough public situations, they often don't like to come and speak out. They don't want to be part of something that's confrontational. So that's something we need to do. We need to find some avenues in small groups because, I mean, you all in news media, you know what people's biggest fear is. I mean, the biggest fear of anybody in the whole country is getting up in front of people and talking publicly. Most of us have done it, people in politics, and you on the media, you do it quite often, but most people don't ever do it. And that can't be the only venue. We've got to have another one.
One of the perceptions, I think, among some is your main decision-making forum, city commission meetings. That's also a main point of access for folks to express their views on something. But there's a perception from some that they might go to that meeting and decisions, it's all over but the shouting, you know. I mean, that the decision's been made and this is just a formality. How do you counter that perception?
Well, I think the best example I can give you is that we thought, and I was convinced when we had to acquire Ben Hall's golf course, that from a financial standpoint, we really couldn't afford to run 2 golf courses. And we made a decision. We heard from several people, and most of the people who came and voiced their opinions early on were people who played at Hillcrest. And so it was hard to get a feel for the fact that other people in the community really cared about that park, because all we were hearing from were people at Hillcrest. Well, after we made the decision, over the next 3 or 4 weeks, I heard from people who didn't play golf. I heard from people who their homes didn't back up to Hillcrest. I heard from people who had reasons other than just to play golf why they wanted to keep that course. And I could sit and I think I could list 50 reasons that you probably never heard on TV. And what we did is, you know, we talked among ourselves and we came to the conclusion that, you know, it still to me was a tough financial decision to make. I mean, it's still an expenditure that costs money, but with so many citizens that wanted to keep that park open, you know, we came together and I think we were very responsive to what they wanted and what they wanted to keep open. So we voted to reopen Hillcrest. And some people think that we did it for political reasons or because there was an election coming up, and we have no intentions of closing that golf course, or I don't. You know, enough people talked to us and had concerns that it changed our mind. So, you know, that happens all the time. I know sometimes when you show up at a meeting and it's a second reading, and we've been thinking about it for, you know, 5 or 6 weeks, what's going to happen, and they just come at the last meeting and they hear us vote and they think that we had our mind made up, and that's actually not the case. You know, I've been swayed. You know, we've tabled things because people came to meetings and made really good points.